It is AM Quad City.
Where'd you dig this up, Mike? I don't know if I ever heard that
said,
version.
Mike, let's get some baseball music. And he
did.
Apparently got Miss Polly's children's sing-along here.
The romper room baseball.
Miss Peggy just around the corner.
Yeah.
It is Dan and Dan at AM Quad Cities here at News Talk 1420 WOC. It is time for baseball. We're less than a month away from opening day. Andrew, what is it, 28 days? Is that where
28 days, yep.
Yep.
Be here before we know it.
Andrew Chesser, the general manager of the Quad City River Bandits, is with us. And, man, the weather's just been good. How's park coming together? Field?
It is. This is our groundskeeper's actually new this year. We lost our previous groundskeeper to go get a major league job in spring training in Arizona, so tough on him. But our new guy, I keep telling him, this isn't the norm. Don't get used to this. Normally there's about 3 inches of snow on the field right now and you're panicking. But grass is starting to green up. I go out there every day and check it out. It looks beautiful. And
does that work that way with like the grounds crew and everything? Do they move up through the leagues too? Is that
for the most part? Yeah. We've actually it's been a good offseason for us, and we're really proud of the development of our staff. We had 2 people leave to go be general managers of other team, which is very rare.
Yeah.
We lost our broadcaster Marco Lanave to AA. He's actually in Jacksonville, which is a major league market. Our groundskeeper to the major leagues in Arizona, and then our group sales guy actually just left for New Orleans, a AAA team. So it's similar to the players where our staff, typically they're trying to work their way up, and it's kind of neat because a lot of those guys were actually local to the Quad Cities, and now they're spreading their wings and touring the country.
Well, that says a lot about your operation, though, when people are moving up. I mean, that give yourself a pat on the back.
It's a catch-22.
But don't tear a rotator cuff while you're doing it.
I'll do my
Yeah,
best.
okay.
Dr. James Andrews won't come see me.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but you're right. It probably is a catch-22. You don't
Yeah.
want the good people to leave, but then hopefully you bring in some more good people. And
we work hard to try and find the best, and we hire local whenever we can, and so we've got some good new faces to show off.
All right. Well, what's new at the ballpark this year?
Man, how much time you got?
Well, you got about 32 seconds.
Oh my goodness. A lot of promotions. We actually just released our promotional schedule last week, so that's been something we're really proud of. We've got, I believe, 3 more bobblehead giveaways this year, which is exciting. We've got something for everybody. We've got a couple Cardinals with Carlos Martinez and Steven Piscotty. Cubs manager Joe Madden. We actually, he was a catcher for the Quad City Angels back in the day, so we are doing a throwback bobblehead of him, so that's very exciting.
Did he ever play here?
He was a catcher for the Quad City Angels. So I don't remember. I haven't looked into the stats yet to see how long he was here, but he was in the Quad Cities. And
wouldn't you have been a bat boy about then, Dan?
I'm trying to think when that would have happened.
He was a bat boy for 8 years.
I know. You guys might be kindred spirits. You might be long-lost best friends. You don't even know.
I seem to like – I'm a Cardinal fan, but I like Joe Madden.
Yeah,
so,
he's hard to dislike.
That's maybe there is – maybe that's why. Maybe I have retrieved bats for him at some point before. Because, Dan, there is a connection when you hand that bat to someone. You know what I mean? It's like
probably feel it right through the wood, don't you?
He might remember you. He probably will. He's probably just waiting for you to come be the third base coach for the Cubs. I mean, I know that would be a difficult step for you.
I'm pretty sure I could be a first base coach in somewhere.
Yeah, you could sabotage it every time they play the Cardinals.
Because really, what does the first base coach have to do? You just yell back.
Well, you round the base. You point to see if you round the base or you run through. On a ground ball.
I think that's one of those jobs I could walk into and do just right off. I mean, without a lot of.
Yeah, I got faith in you. I'll put in a good word. Omar, our manager, we're close. I'll let him know.
Make sure you mention I was a bat boy for a while, so it's not like I haven't been on the field in a uniform.
Exactly.
So anyway.
Okay, big question. How about the Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
Going to be up and running?
Going to be up and running. The plan is to have it up and running. We definitely caught off guard when the winds came, but we've actually taken off. We worked with the manufacturer the whole time, every time when there was an issue like this. So we worked with the manufacturer. They came out. They actually took all of the gondolas off, took them all down, and we shipped them off to Wichita, Kansas, where the Ferris wheel is manufactured. So they are going over each one, repairing it, refurbishing it, and getting it ready. And the plan is we actually don't typically open up our amusement rides until May 1st, just because it's a little bit chilly. Can be chilly in April. But we're still on pace to open everything up May 1st, and excited to have all of our gondolas back.
Yeah, it's you haven't had really good luck with the gondolas over there, have you?
It's been an educational couple of years, but thankfully, the manufacturer in the state of Iowa that we work with really closely, their amusements board, they've been great resources. So we've been able to learn quickly and get up to speed.
Now, the one that came down, that was not the accessible gondola, right?
Correct. That one is actually Crawford and Company is a local company, the city of Davenport, hired to build that gondola. So that's actually still in their facility, and they're putting the finishing touches on it now, I'm told.
You guys, I mean, this is, I know once again you guys are pushing big for the families to come down. You guys really make this an entertainment destination for families, right? I mean, there's the baseball going on, but then there's everything else happening for families too.
Yep, that is our goal. At the end of the day, we understand not everybody's a diehard baseball fan. I love baseball, and sometimes I get bored during 9 innings of baseball. So that's why we have all of our amusement rides, our bounce houses, the Ferris wheel, our drop and twist, and gyrosphere, and all of that stuff, and all of our crazy food options, so that we can kind of keep people entertained regardless of what's going on for the baseball game. But everything we do is catered to families. Our kids club, our youth, meals, our all of our on-field games and contests, our merchandise. We all want to make this to be the premier family location, and destination for all the families in the Quad City area.
So far as a mascot, I know you got mascots, but if you ever have somebody that needs to fill in, we found out that Dan was actually the cloud at the Thunder games.
What don't you do?
I know.
You're
I'm a Renaissance
talents.
man.
We were stunned to find that out the other day. That revelation came out probably by mistake, but still, he's got experience. So
if you can learn to make a deer hide shirt like your previous guest, I think you're going to cross everything off the list. This is a phenomenal
You're right. There's very few
development.
Very few things I haven't done. That's a good point. Thank you, Dan, for offering up my services there. I
just hate to see talent go to waste.
Do we know how the team's coming together yet?
So I was actually in Florida last week briefly. I got to swing by the Astros spring training facility and talk to our manager and the director of development for the Astros. And they had a gigantic whiteboard that had all the team's rosters laid out, at least tentatively. And I was just not I didn't get my James Bond on. I couldn't snap a picture of it. I figured they'd get mad at me. So no, we typically actually don't find out our roster for sure until the players arrive here, which is usually about 3 days before opening day. So we'll get an idea here relatively soon, but for the most part, we won't know until the players get here. But the two teams that feed into our team and the whole hierarchy of minor league baseball both made the playoffs last year, and one actually won their league. So we're expecting to be pretty talented. It'll be exciting.
We'll be anxious to see if there's a buzz on somebody. It seems like there's always somebody that there's a buzz about because they're saying this guy's a surefire major leaguer.
Yep, the Astros actually had in the draft last year. They had 2 of the top 5 draft picks.
Oh.
So we're hoping to get both of those guys. Obviously we won't know until the season gets here, but they're both they're 2 really highly regarded players, and if we can get both of them, that would be not the same as having Correa and Appel, the 2 number 1 overall picks we had a couple years ago, but pretty darn close. So we're excited to showcase those guys to the Quad Cities if it happens.
Fireworks back on. We bringing the fireworks, but you can't let the fireworks go, right?
I think we've got four more fireworks shows this year than we did last year. So at some point, I think the 2020 promotional schedule is just going to be 70 fireworks shows for all 70 home games.
Every game, fireworks show after every game. So, well, that's nice. Is there? You guys, I know you have a job fair coming up. You're doing the national anthem tryouts as well.
So not this Saturday, but next Saturday we've got a job fair coming up at the ballpark. I believe it's from 10 to 2. The details on our website. And this is really important for us is all of our frontline, what we call them our frontline staff. They're the people that work in the parking lots, our ushers, our ticket takers, and they're the ones that they're vital to our operation because 99% of our fans don't interact with me or any of our full-time staff. They interact with the person taking their parking ticket. They interact with our person at the box office selling them a ticket. They interact with our ticket taker and our ushers and our food and beverage people. So we really want to find fun, positive, outgoing people that can kind of deliver our message and be customer service oriented, but also have a good time at work and enjoy being at the ballpark, enjoy the atmosphere, and enjoy eating a few hot dogs as well.
28 days away from opening day, and single game tickets are on sale now.
They are. So all of our online only right now, single game tickets are on sale, but you can buy individual game tickets opening day, July 4th, whatever strikes your fancy.
Excellent. Well, looking forward to another great season, and you guys just again one of the best entertainment values probably in the Midwest is going over and taking a minor league baseball game at Modern Woodman Park, watching the River Bandits. So, Andrew, good luck, and I'm sure we'll have you back and talk to you again as we get a little closer to first pitch.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
Andrew Chesser, the general manager of the Quad City River Bandits, with us this morning.